Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Look at these guys.
Oh, the shorts for Joe Rogan.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.
Because I'm seeing Ninja Turtles tomorrow.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm not hyped in the slightest for that new Ninja Turtles. I'm very upset about it, to be honest with you, if I'm gonna be real.
Shame.
I don't think so. I think that, first of all, Donatello sounds absolutely wildly ridiculous. Two, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, like, again, no one gives a shit about, like, any of, like, the like, okay, what I'm about to say is, like, no one gives a shit, like, if April is black, right? Like, I think it's cool that April's black, but it's, like, again, the question of, like, but why? And also, why are we retelling their story a 17th time? Why are we
turning all the gingers black?
That's true. That's actually factual. And then Splinter, like, Splinter looks like he never should ever look like how they're making Splinter look. Like, I just think it's silly. And again, if you were sitting there if this was like years down the road or something, sure, man. But like, how many times do we have to go start from square zero with the Ninja Turtles? That's like the same thing with the Power Rangers. That's like the same thing with any other of these teams that we keep making origin stories for. Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many Spider-Man movies have you watched?
I'm not complaining about it. The only difference is that the Spider-Man movies can continue to get better and better with better CGI, better actors, blah, blah, blah. The Ninja Turtles movie, they keep just doing more artistic things, which I think is great that they're doing different art forms and different forms of making the movie and animation. That's also awesome. But that doesn't, how are you going to sell me on different art and a different story of the same fucking thing? It's the same thing. And they they never get far enough to add like a bunch of the Ninja Turtles, like actual like villains down the road. They keep retelling it, so we just have to keep dealing with Shredder. Different versions of Shredder all the time, man. You can't sit there and tell me that's not tiring. That's like playing the same Call of Duty over and over again. That's like playing Destiny for the past 10 years straight.
Yeah, you can't have Destiny in that. But, yeah, you're the problem. We got to get the money up, so then they get more sequels to tell more stories. That's why the whole shit
They've had the money though.
Have they though? Because honestly, they put it more in the TV shows, really, unlike Nickelodeon.
Right. Well, go ahead.
The TV shows generate enough money for them to make movies, and all of their past movies have done fairly well. So they could have just came out with a sequel, like the last animated one. I heard everyone fucking talking about it for a while. Like they could have just jumped on to a sequel for that one. Instead, they're rehashing the same story.
Yeah. I thought that even if the story that Michael Bay was telling with the CGI Ninja Turtles, I thought the CGI Ninja Turtles were dope. I thought they looked extremely cool.
Yeah, no, that was the whole casting thing. That shit imploded on itself because they treated everyone like shit. That was the only reason that went downhill is because they... Goddamn. I think the dude who played Raph, like, he was the main one who, like, told everything. And it was just like, oh, damn, okay, we don't blame you.
Typical Raph. It's like, I agree that, yes, they need money, but at the same time, they got money to make this movie. They got money to make this. So
could have made a sequel.
Could have asked for more money to make something better. Could have asked for... Now, at this point, like you said, if something they did in the past, like you just said, implodes and just doesn't, we can't make it anymore, then it is what it is. But again, the question, then I'll tell you what, what's going to happen is if in this next 5 years they make another movie, like a sequel to this, and then they make a third, they got to hit the Spider-Man trifecta. You got to make the 3 for me to believe you. Because right now you're just hitting Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. And that's a problem. You got to get the trifecta going. And that first scene in the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie, the end scene where they're all brothers and they're all, what's the word I'm looking for? Emotionally omitting things to each other as they're about to fall to their death from that big sign in New York. That was a goddamn emotional scene. It was a good scene. It was a good movie.
Heart-touching. Heartfelt moment.
I don't remember what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine. Well, you know what else touched our hearts? UFC 291. Welcome to Throwing Hands Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Joe. Delayed Joe. I really hope this is all coming out okay for you guys in the end, but I apologize if you're staring and you're like, why does it look like he's talking, but then he's not talking, but then he is talking?
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
And as always, my extremely nice co-hosts, Ian and Darnell. See?
Yo.
I'm so nice.
We are coming hot off of UFC 291, like we said. This was a really, really good card. You know, I thought
Hell of a card.
I thought it got what's the word? I thought it got its legs taken out from underneath it with the Stephen Thompson takeaway fight. Him and his Pereira was what an emotional blow. Didn't like waking up to that. That was annoying. You know what else was annoying? Is knowing that guy missed weight by 4 pounds. And I was watching the countdown of him like training with the army and stuff like that, and I'm like, you piece of shit. Like, how you gonna show off like that and then still miss weight? That's crazy. So let's talk about it. I got plenty of notes to talk about from this fight. First of all, I just want to point out that Conor McGregor's a bitch-ass bitch. He's a bitch-ass hoe.
Shit.
He's a bitch. He's doing, and on top of that, I'll go one further. Michael Chandler's also a bitch-ass hoe. He's also a bitch-ass hoe. You can't be so obvious with your clout chasing. You can't do it. That's insane. For Chandler to start saying some shit like, looks like he's gonna need a worthy adversary for that belt, and I'm like, what? I was like, so your fight with Conor went bunk, and now you're just like, what's the next money fight? I'm like, yo, why don't you sit the fuck back, buddy? And then it's like, and then it's the thing. How much more do you have to? Conor did the same thing. I'm like, literally, you're the two people in the entire UFC who your only thoughts were like, looks like it's time for me to step up for the BMF belt. The whole UFC community, like, hey, why don't you sit the fuck down, both of you, because we didn't ask for that right now. We're talking to Gaethje, and Gaethje makes the choices. I don't know. I just didn't like the way that they both jumped at it so easily. When I'm like, you both? First of all, Conor, you can't even make your fight. So don't know what you're talking about. Michael Chandler, there's nothing to build there. Chandler versus Gaethje. Of course, it's a barn burner, yeah, but other than that, what else are you going to do? It's going to be two guys who madly respect each other, who have never fought before. Gaethje's not very interested in it, so why would you want that fight?
Yeah, they already fought and Gaethje won.
So. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this is actually just all Islam's fault. This is what happens when you're a champ and then you don't fucking fight people. You just like to disappear for 6 months and then want to call out somebody who's not in your weight class. It's like, you shut the fuck up, give the belt up, let motherfuckers who are clearly fighting, like clearly active.
Yeah.
But you're gonna call everybody out to fucking go out to Abu Dhabi, and it's like, no, shut the fuck up.
Only
come
place
to America.
Yep. That's that
like,
George St. Pierre shit right there. I don't like that. I don't fuck with that. You come fight me in my homeland of Canada. It'd be like, dude, every call out for George would be like, hello, yes, I would like Ian. I would like to fight you. But
Me?
Yes, only on one stipulation. You come to my homeland of Canada.
Shit. They won't let me in. I got a DUI.
Okay, next fight, Darnell.
Oh, shit.
I would like to fight you.
I'm going to Antarctica.
That goes against my one stipulation, which is that you have to fight me in Canada.
Canada. We're going to a colder country where no one's actually allowed. So that's what we're doing.
George St. Pierre might as well start being like, I'd like to fight you in my home country on the UFO ship on the planet of Noctu. Yes, because George St. Pierre is an alien. He's been abducted. Remember he talked about that on Joe's podcast, that he thinks he's been abducted before. That's all right. That's how George.
It's not the real person.
Well, I mean, I think they just souped him up. They souped up George St. Pierre. That was like towards the end of his career that he said he thinks he was abducted by aliens, and he sometimes at night I see like flashing lights, and I think it is them coming back for me. And everybody's like, "That's a car, George. That's a car."
It's just an ambulance going by, and it makes this really loud sound.
It makes like a siren, like they are calling to me, and I'm like, I don't know what they want. And they're like, George, it's the French ambulance. Oh, shit. I could mock George St. Pierre's voice all day.
I think he just got hit in the head a few too many times.
While he
was a Johnny Hendricks fight, bro.
Yeah, it was. After that fight, he was never the same. I mean, physically, he was better, but after that fight, mentally, never the same.
After that fight, mentally, he got abducted by aliens. That's why he lost.
Facts. Johnny Hendricks punched him into a different dimension.
He actually punched him into the spaceship.
Sick. The aliens. What the fuck? They're also French Canadian.
They're also French. Yeah.
Shit. So funny. Well, let's not take away from Gaethje and Poirier's fight too much. First of all, crazy. Started off exactly. I mean, Poirier. You know, I was yelling to Ian. I said, "Just wear the tights. Why don't you just wear the tights? If it's that big of an issue, wear the tights."
Constantly pulling up your shorts,
dude. I mean,
pulled up his shorts 43 times in just the first round before getting his head knocked off.
First thing I said to Ian, I said, "Wow, Darnell's right. He does pull his pants up a lot."
And it is a gangster move.
Gang violence.
He almost had it because he did the short pull and then the old man walk up, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's done!" And then he just didn't finish, and I was like, oh, "Okay, damn, that sucks."
Yeah, I imagine how I sounded real stupid, proven real wrong. I said to Ian, I go, after talking about the whole pulling the shorts up thing, I think Dustin sees something because in the first round he like almost clips Gaethje real quick. They had a big moment, and then Dustin takes a deep breath. He points at him and goes, whew. I just to let him know, like, I almost got you right there. I almost fucking had you. And I'm like, yo, I think Dustin knows something. I think he's trying to set something up to where he knows he's gonna catch him. And like, I mean, 3 minutes later, I mean, his head's decapitated from his body, and I'm like, oh, maybe not. I don't know. Fuck do I know? I mean, that's me in Poirier's corner. I thought we had something. I don't know.
I thought we had him. We were doing so good.
So, yeah, I mean, what a setup for a head kick. It seemed WWE-esque the way they had the highlight already lined up of Kamaru's head kick on Leon, on Kamaru. And I'm like, I don't know why you guys are pointing it out so much.
Did he take a dive?
It'd be one thing if they were like, wow, it's just like the head kick. You'd be like, it is just like the head kick. But then they had the side-by-side already set and done real. And I'm like, I know they got fast guys up there. I know they do. But I mean, that quick, bro? That was pretty sus.
That was like within 30 seconds of that head kick.
The only studio like truck guys I know that get it up that quick work for WWE.
We're on to you. All of a sudden.
Static. Yeah, what a crazy main event. Kind of wish it would have gone longer, obviously, but beautiful head kick, beautiful setup, beautiful head kick, champion-esque. I mean, he is the BMF champ. He's the BMF champ.
Well, what's also great about that head kick is the fact that Dustin, like, he put his hand up to block it, and his foot like went around the glove and clipped him like right in the ear. Yeah, I was like, oof.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah, and like I said, Gaethje doesn't seem interested in Chandler. He said out loud, he's like, I'm not gonna fight Conor because I don't fight dudes on steroids. So that's steroids are cap. He's legit enough to say he's like, I'll do steroids like when I'm done, competing, I'll do steroids. He's like, but after that, like I'm good. So, let's move on.
I really want somebody to call out Conor on his shit. Like I really do.
That's one guy right there.
A lot of people have.
I mean, no. I mean, like make it like blow it up, not like a one line where you're just like, oh yeah, shut up, bro, you haven't been fighting. I mean, like literally lay into what this nigga's been doing since he won the lightweight belt, because that's where it really started to go all downhill. Because then you had all the fucking shit with Mayweather, Nate again. What else we got? Him getting stripped, the whole Khabib thing, and then fighting basically a dead cowboy. Playing the nice guy to Dustin the second fight, and then being a cunt the third fight.
Yeah, breaking
his leg, and then in between all of that, every fucking fight that's 45 or 55, he has to chime in.
Yeah,
Hey, shut the fuck up. You don't fight, bro.
Yeah,
you don't fight anymore.
Shit.
Like you haven't proved anything. Just stop. You're done. You won everything. Stop being a cunt.
You could
Go to the Shadow
archive
Realm.
our episodes and see the many times where I'm trying to stand up for Connor for these exact conversations that Darnell's having. But Connor at this point now has let everybody down. Anybody who like thinks like he's still the man, he's still got it. Those guys are like, maybe he's done, mate. I think he might be hanging it up soon because he's like he just doesn't ever want to fight. He never wants. You had one chance, one fucking chance. Go to Tough, coach guys, which you don't do, and then fucking and make weight and fight Chandler. And he's like, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Like, look at his team. They've won once.
Probably the worst record in Tough history for a team.
Like, goddamn.
All right, let's move on to let's not give Connor any more.
The spiciest
clout.
decision of the night.
I mean, seriously. So, Alex Pereira gets the dub over Jan Blachowicz, not in the way that we all wanted to at all.
I was hoping for a big knockout.
We all were. So, let's start. I kind of want to just break down, and you guys jump in whenever you want. Starting round 1, Jan did exactly what everybody thought he was going to do. Go grapple him. Grab him, wrap him up, put him on the cage. Because I said to Ian, I was like, trying to immediately shoot for a takedown. I think Alex is aware enough to where he's just going to knee you. He'll stuff it real quick. He's pretty aware. But the wrap-up was the smart move. So I got to give it to Jan for that. That was pretty smart tactician-wise to get him up against the cage. Then he proceeded to wrestle and, fair enough, outstrike Alex as well throughout the fight. So, throughout the first round. Then, second round comes up. Alex is putting it on him. He's fucking piecing him up. Left hook, right hook, crosses, straight. Fucking piecing up that leg. No problem. Alex is starting to stand strong, stand tall. 1-1. Third round comes along. Pretty back and forth. Jan's good. Jan's not out of it. He's a big Polish monster. You can't put him down with just like 1-2s. So he's clipping Alex. Alex is clipping him. Then what happens? 1 minute left in the round. Jan gets the takedown. Controls him for the rest of the round. I don't know. I don't think they got back up for the rest of that round. I don't think. But he controlled him for a decent amount of time and get back.
Yeah, no, because he got that takedown at like the last minute.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, that's a dub for Jan. That period is a dub for Jan. I
think it should have been.
Because, I mean, what are we counting to be more than? Because all you can sit there and tell me is that maybe Alex squeaked out. I mean, that's all you could say is that maybe he squeaked out a few more strikes than Jan in the fight. But then what's with the takedown and ground control then?
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like, but then we've also seen a lot of fights where the guy gets one takedown. Like, it's a very similar thing. Mm-hmm. He gets one takedown and then he ends up winning the round and then winning the fight. Like, that's exactly how it should have gone here. Because it's like that last round, Pereira got slightly more significant strikes, like 10, it says on there. Yeah. But again, like that 10, I don't know, one takedown normally equals out more than, 10 more significant strikes. Like,
Normally, that's where it's confusing. That's where we're all confused. We're like, normally this is how this is supposed to work. So it's what makes it sus for everybody when that happens. And then it's like, well, clearly you guys are also right now currently trying to write a story with Pereira and Izzy, and that would
try to set up that next fight.
That would be the way to do it. And I mean, I kind of put myself on the sus side when I was like, I made myself feel sus about this fight when I was like, I was saying to Ian, and halfway through I go, it's 1-1. If it goes like close to draw decision, like they're definitely going to give it to Alex no matter what, I'm thinking, because they want him to go up. They want him to keep going up in 205, and that's exactly what happened.
I was saying it's Bullhorn Foreman. So since Alex beat number 3, we got a fucking Russian that they're definitely not going to have Alex fight. They're probably going to have him fight Yuri or Alexander, which would be funny.
Yeah.
Because I'd be fighting down for him. And then, actually, fuck it. We're just going to have Alex and Yuri fight for the belt in December.
That's going to be what's going to have to happen, because they still don't know when Jamal's going to be able to come back. It's going to be way too far out. By the time he's going to be able to come back, there's going to be a 2 title change by then. So, yeah, and then you got to think, who's going to be able to fight within that time with Alex? For sure, they're just going to make it Yuri. He's definitely going to be able to be back, and then they're going to say for sure. Or, like I said, they'll give him
interim.
Well, like I said, they'll either give it to Alex Alexander, or who was the other guy? Fucking that's at number 3, number 2.
Magmadov, whatever
Yeah,
the fuck his name
yeah.
is.
Who is a monster? So we can't like fucking put that down. But yeah, so it's one of the two, and I mean they'll either have them fight it out, and then Alex will fight them. But here's the thing: is that Alex said last night he said that he just wants one more fight. He wants one more fight at light heavyweight, and then he wants the Izzy trilogy fight at middleweight. I don't know why he would want that way. Maybe it's because but Izzy already said he'd come up to 205 to fight Pereira, so I don't know why he'd want to go down. But that's what he said straight from his mouth.
Just to prove.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I think he was all stuffed off of Raising Cane's chicken. He didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. You see that after his fight, he was back there. Someone brought him a little container of Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Really? That's hilarious.
My man, Raising Cane's.
Gloves weren't even cut off his hands.
Nope. Yep. you know,
straight to the back and ate.
Goddamn, I'm hungry.
I'll find that video and send it to you, Ian, because it's so funny. It's like he's offering it up, but like somebody, because he's got a bunch of chicken fingers in there, and then like one woman like reaches in for one, and he like looks at her real quick, and I'm like, it's just Alex's face. He's just staring at the woman.
It was probably his sister.
Yeah, but it's so funny that he's just, but it's Alex's face. He's just so like mean looking all the time that even though he's just making a look, it looks from camera angle that he's like, bitch, don't touch my fucking chest. I kill you. And shoots an arrow in her real quick. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't. Oh my god, I didn't know.
You offered them to everyone.
Oh shit. Well, controversial decision or not, I'm happy Alex got the nod. Happy to see where it goes. Great fight by Jan. Amazing performance by him, but it still. Let's start thinking about going back to Poland, buddy. Let's start thinking about maybe hanging out there for a while. Or Utah. He seemed to really like it in Utah. I was watching the countdown. He seemed to really like it there. The people in Utah are very scared of him. I don't think they see a lot of big, giant Polish people normally. Oh, I mean, what are we doing? Who's next? Obviously, the boy. I mean, the best. He should be performance of the night, knockout of the night, fucking mic of the night, post-fight conference of the night. He should have every bonus. Derrick Lewis should be up there getting he should be up there like we've been talking about, boxing champ-esque, a bunch of belts and awards around him, shorts around like his arms or something like that. He's the best, man. He's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT. Amazing. I mean, my man, Derrick, the beast Lewis comes out with the fucking flying knee.
Nobody saw that coming.
And again, he's just the guy fucking on mic. Did you know you were going to do that? Nah, man, I said we'd just fuck around and throw some shit, see what happens. So I'm like, oh, of course you would do that.
So great. I'm like, if Dana doesn't re-sign him immediately, he's not a smart man.
Dana better be willing to throw that fucking Ngannou money at him. Seriously.
It was fun. I fucking loved it after the fight. Like when he was celebrating and he like counted his abs that he now has. I was like, oh my god, Derrick, you are fucking great.
He's hilarious. I didn't notice the DX chop, but he like did a bunch of DX chops right after he dropped the pants. I didn't notice that part either. Classic. Yeah. He's the best. He's the only like one guy. Like a lot of guys go in there and they try to like. Sometimes they'll like try to make the doc feel good, or like make the doc laugh. Or, like he's in there. Everybody in that fucking in that ring with them. Everybody in that octagon is laughing their ass off. The doctor is dying. He's over there patting the doctor on the side. What up, doctor's like not even checking on him. Just like, what are you gonna do?
Derrick's like, he didn't hit me. I'm fine.
I'm good.
But you're forgetting the best part.
What's that?
Told his wife to get ready. He's about to beat up.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And it's just like, damn, my man said that. At least this was a pay-per-view. He didn't say this on live.
Yeah.
On the Mouse channel.
Yeah, Derrick Lewis exclusively can only be on pay-per-view from now on.
Only.
No more fight nights.
Like if he wasn't before, he's definitely crowd favorite from here on out.
Fuck Bobby Green.
What's wrong? What happened there?
It was just the eye poke.
It was the eye poke.
Because he got the Flash knocked down, and then he rocked him one more time, and right after that rock, suddenly this nigga puts a finger in his eye, and it's like, oh, you bitch.
It's John Jones tactics.
Nah, John Jones he just does John Jones shit. He's always got his fucking fingers out. No matter how many times they tell him, he's just bitch.
John, fingers in.
Yep, fingers in, and then they just fly back out. But also my other problem with that fight was he could have ended it a little bit sooner.
He definitely
he was catching Tony, and it was like, bro, just go with a combination and finish it.
Yeah,
but it was like, all right, bro, whatever.
Bro, I think Tony's done, man. He's gotta be done.
He's fucking done.
Here's the thing. Besides, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say that besides the fact of like obviously with the lose streak and all how bad he's been, I was saying to Ian, I said there was a time where Bobby Green was still giving him that respect in the fight. I feel like maybe that's why he didn't end it so quickly. Because there was a time where he's fucking El Cucuy. He would connect with that fucking Imanari roll. He would actually throw some weird windmill elbow thing that would like, you'd be like, what are you doing? And it would knock you out. Like in the last 4 or 5 fights, it just seems like he's like a shadow of his own self, where like I feel like he himself when he's in there, this is me, I don't know you, Tony Ferguson, obviously, but it feels like when he's in there, it's like he feels like he needs to be crazy, and it's losing him the fight because he doesn't quite know what to fucking do anymore. Because it's just not the same. He's just not the same guy.
He is almost 40.
Damn.
Yeah, he's 39.
Damn.
But for me, it was the when he was fuck. I don't remember who the fuck he's supposed to fight before, but the fight got canceled. But he cut weight. Like he made 155. And then like 3 weeks later, they're like, oh, well, then like that's like right after that weekend. They're like, okay, cool. You can fight Justin in like 3 weeks. So he cut weight twice. And that's where I feel like that's where his real downfall was. Because then that fight, he got fucked up. And then from that point forward, like everyone was just handling his shit. And it's like, if he doesn't retire, and like just like Dana straight up says like, yeah, no, I'm not letting you fight here anymore. This nigga's going to be in bare knuckle. And I don't want that.
Nobody wants that.
I don't want to see him in bare knuckle. I don't want to see him in Bellator. Like, bro, hey, hang it up.
PFL would be okay if if he's not gonna hang it up. PFL if they'll take you, but I don't think PFL's gonna take him.
Maybe, but no, PFL is like one championship over here where they'll get a vet, and then they're just like, hey, here's this new up and coming fighter who's been killing everybody. Have fun. And like, what the fuck are you doing?
See what happens.
Because that's what happened to Anthony Pettis, and then Marlon Moraes when he went over there. Same shit happened. He went over there and got knocked out in like the first or second round again, and then he's like, okay, now I'm retiring after I already retired, and it's like, dog, just hang it up. It's okay. It's gonna be a tough year. Of not like going to a gym and doing all this other shit, like preparing for fights, but
maybe just go do jiu-jitsu,
bro.
You know,
he could do that too for sure.
Something that's not this anymore. It's crazy you bring up the Anthony Pettis thing. Our age shows so much often. Like I was at work and these, I work with guys that are younger than us, who some of them watch the show, but they brought up to me. He was like, one of them goes, hey, you ever seen that one crazy karate kick in UFC? And I go, what? Okay, I was like, there's a lot of guys who do a lot of crazy karate kicks. What do you mean? And he goes, they had like a documentary about it, and he's like, he like runs up on the cage, and I was like, you're talking about Anthony Pettis when he Showtime kicked Benson Henderson, and they were like, yeah, that's the one, man. He really beat that guy up, and I was like, yeah, he did, and I'm just like gray hair, so I'm like, yes, he did a long time ago.
Back in my day,
I remember when the Showtime kick first happened. Oh, WEC was a great league. Was a great organization.
And then Dana was like, I want that.
I want that.
He was like, mine.
Get rid of those gloves. I want the thing. I missed the blue. That shit was cool. All right. Kevin Holland puts Michael Chiesa in the grave. Is Michael Chiesa retiring? I don't think I watched that post-fight interview.
No, I didn't. I couldn't hear it because in Wing House they don't ever play the fucking volume loud enough.
Yeah, I just know that John Anik made a little hint. He was like, Michael Chiesa says before he cannot see himself fighting if he doesn't see himself in the championship picture. Let's see what he says after this. And I was like, all right, kind of hinting at a retirement. Also, Chiesa's heavily on the analyst booth, so I thought maybe Anik knew something that we didn't know. So I'm not too sure, but in my opinion, you should. 2 years inactive, you come back, you get dominated by to be fair to him, one of the best guys around at welterweight, you know, Kevin Holland. So it's like, and then Kevin Holland looked flawless in this fight. I mean, they've just fed Michael Chiesa to Chiesa being like, I think I could take this guy.
And nope.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. And there goes your chances. They're gone.
I think Kevin said in his speech, yo, yeah, the game is past you, circled, and lapsed you. It's time
Oof,
to hang it up.
that's mean.
It's yeah, you probably should hang it up because pretty fucked on. Especially him, the only reason he got caught with that knee is because instead of actually trying to get out of the way, he was just ducking. And then Kevin saw that and he's like, oh, whatever. Give me your head real quick.
Yep. Head kick city. We had the big head kick from Gaethje and Gaethje and Poirier, but the man Roman Kopylov head kicks Claudio Ribeiro into fucking the next dimension, into the shadow realm. Echoes throughout the arena. What a great head kick. Shouts out to him.
Yeah, that shit was gross.
Man,
it was a pretty even fight up until that point too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always like that those moments. You don't see them too often before a KO, but it's the moments where it's the hand fighting, the feinting, and then bam, fucking somebody gets KO'd. Yeah, it's nice. And then let's talk about it before we move on to the next card. First of all, I want to shout out both the early prelims because Miranda Maverick really fucking showed everybody a great fight against Priscilla. And I didn't know this. I guess I didn't catch this, but I guess Priscilla tried to pull down Miranda's top in the middle of the fight, which they were saying that should be a point or a DQ at the most. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting. I didn't see it happen, but I kind of agree.
I mean,
after grabbing the cage, doing all that fucking bullshit.
It's just gonna be titties on Fight Pass. That's all.
That's all. And hey, and nobody's complaining about that, but
I wouldn't have said anything.
I was
if it was on the actual prelims, that's an ABC. That's the mouse.
Right, that'd be a real problem.
Can't have that going down.
But maybe that's I was saying, if anything, it's going to be a bigger warning from the refs, and no titty revealing. No, we're not showing we're not freeing the nipple here. All right.
But if you do, I'll give you a point.
And then the Semmelus burger train derailed by a spinning back fist on Uros. I mean, medic.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy that his last name was Medic.
Yeah, but a crazy spinning back fist. I watched that spoiler today. Crazy spinning back fist knockout. I mean, it was more of a KO TKO, but still spinning back fist that set it up. Love me a spinning back fist. We talked last week about favorite strikes. Spinning back fist amongst those for me. Very fun.
It's been a while since we've seen a clean knockout spinning back fist.
I mean, what's his name? The Bull. I forget that guy's name, but I remember his nickname is Mark.
John McDessie.
John McDessie. Yeah, John McDessie.
Oh yeah, he broke his fucking jaw.
Yeah, he's probably got the second cleanest spinning back fist of all time. But Jake Matthews, Darius Flowers. So here's the thing: Jake Matthews, one of the most humblest guys of all time, apparently. One of the most humble fighters, NA. It's because it's Darius Flowers, you a bitch. You a big bitch. And, here's the thing. In the end, if Jake Matthews would have been yeah, fuck that guy, get him out of here, all of us, the fans, everybody would have been yeah, boo. The whole arena would have started booing him. But instead, he went over there, talked to him, gave him a hug, picked him up, probably thanked him for the fight a bunch. And then all of us had to be if Jake Matthews is okay with you, then we're okay with you.
And I guess you're not a bad guy.
You might be. I guess maybe you did get kicked in the balls. Maybe maybe we should think about it a little bit more. I don't know. It is so interesting. That's the thing of fandom and fighting, because again, us as people watching, I'm not putting you in Darnell. I don't know how you reacted to it in the moment, but that kick, that teep kick that went into the balls, essentially. For us, I agree with Joe. Joe Rogan was also kind of throwing it out to people. That clearly went into the gut first. And it did, but it's we're all that's bullshit. It didn't hit you in the balls. Fucking and we're angry. And then you get Jake Matthews' opinion, and he's I mean, if the ref says it hits balls, man. I'm not here to make that judgment. And I'm damn. Fucking, we're all riled up and shit. And Jake Matthews is can we just fight?
And that's the thing. Just like Joe Rogan said, the initial kick landed right in that gut part, but his heel clipped his cup. So
It's just big enough to do that.
yeah. And well, you know what they say about big feet, big socks.
Oh, you're so good. A big question I had was, can you, Darnell, do you think you could tell a ref to fuck off in the middle of a fight? Do you think that would be allowed? Do you think that's allowed?
I've only seen one example of it, and that was DJ versus John Dotson 2. John, like, pretty.
Him and
Pretty sure it
McCarthy,
wasn't on
right?
purpose. Nah, I don't remember who the ref was, but he got kicked. He kicked DJ in the nuts, and then the ref tried to step in, and then DJ was like, "No, no, no, no."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "No, let's keep fighting."
Yeah.
That was the only time where that was pretty much like a fuck off moment. Like, nah, let this shit go.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
about to
that.
beat his ass.
That's true. Yeah, I was I forget what fight it was. I think it was it was the Jake Matthews and Flowers fight, and he was saying something to Jake Matthews, and I just remember it could have been any other fight, but I just remember thinking like because it kept bothering them, and I out loud went fuck off, and I was like, if I was Jake Matthews, I'd be like, go fuck yourself, shut the fuck up, and I'm like, can you get a point taken for that? I wonder how many. I mean, I feel like if you do it ad nauseum, they'd be like, okay, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna take a point, and they'd be like, all right. But I feel like you can get a couple like, shut the fuck up, John. Shut the fuck up, Dan.
That raises the question, like, what if it's like a baseball umpire to where like they can just eject you from the game if you're being a dick?
Baseball umpires are all cunts.
Yeah,
they are.
I don't care. All of them, they're all cunts.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, do the refs have that power as well? Because technically, they're the refs of baseball.
Actually, they can only eject you from the octagon if you kick some sand over their shoes, and you just got to bring some. So you just got to go over to your corner and grab some sand and throw it on the ground and fucking kick it over their shoes, and they're like, "Get your out of here!" And then still John Anik, DC, and Joe Rogan go, "Oh!" Like if the ref just keeps warning you about some dumb shit and you know you're not doing something, I'd be like, hey, why don't you shut the fuck up? Especially if you're dominating. Oh, you're look so cool to the audience. They're gonna think you're so cool. Wow.
The ref's just like, what the fuck?
What?
I'm just doing my job.
He ejects himself. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm not taking that.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
You looking at next week's card?
Fight.
I'm actually really excited for this fight too. Jessica Andrade is like one of the few women who's like she was around when the women's division started in UFC. She's like one of the first, probably like 15 women they got in there, and got close to the top. I think was a title holder at one point, right? She beat Rose for the title at one point, right?
Yep, she dropped
a slam.
Fucking neck,
yeah,
because Rose didn't know to just let
the fuck go, which she totally could have. Yeah, she's nimble enough to totally let go of that triangle.
Kind of killed herself almost.
Yep.
And then unfairly lost her belt.
True.
Right after that in China, because they were like, no head strikes behind the head. We don't know what you're talking about. Meanwhile, you look at the fucking replay and fucking
clear as day.
Literally just throwing all the elbows on the back of Jessica's head, and the ref's like,
huh, look at that.
Oh, stop the fight. Like, no, what do you mean, bro? You was literally just beating the back of her head.
It's like also there's like people shouting stop the fight, but it's like like a flashbang in his ear. He's just staring around. Yeah, Jessica Andrade is like one of the few women like at that, so she's like still around, like, and still at the top, like not the tippy top, but still at a very consistent like range in her and where she's at. Like she's not losing all the time. You don't think Jessica Andrade, you need to retire. She's a very consistently good at the top of the heap still. It's pretty impressive. And Tatiana Suarez, up and comer, fucking no joke. So another card where I'm not too familiar with a lot of the guys, but let me tell you this. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick a fight that I am excited for, which obviously would be Corey Sandhagen, but I'm actually looking more forward to the light heavyweight fight, 14 and 15, Dustin Jacoby versus Darnell. Can you help me out with that name? The Kennedy. I
don't know how to say that.
Okay, good. All right.
All I know is he beat that one fucker, and then tried to low blow Kennedy after he rocked his shit, and then he said, "No, you finna get this shit," and still beat his ass.
Oh, right after. Which one are you talking about? The Hulk?
Yeah. Fuck him in his stupid face.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I remember that. Man's on a 3-fight win streak. I mean, I see that continuing, but I also see this being a big banger. Just Jacoby not coming off of 2 decision losses, though. To be fair, got pieced up by Khalil Roundtree.
And even that fight, I feel like that could have just been a draw because Mans didn't look like he was trying to be in there anymore. To be honest, Khalil was just kind of there.
So what's up with the catchweight part of the Corey Sandhagen, Rob Font? Like what? I mean,
He was supposed to fight somebody else.
oh yeah,
But then they dropped out, so that's why they're doing catch weight. Because I think they made this fight like a week ago or something. And
Jeez.
we don't know what Rob walk around weight is at.
I forgot who this fight originally was, but yeah, you're right. It was somebody else. Damn, that sucks, man. We're getting hit with the injury bug hard this year, man. Fucking crazy.
Corey was supposed to fight Umar Nurmagomedov.
Oh, that's great. The fucker who's like, nobody wants to fight me.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fight me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Get him, Darnell.
I can't make it. I can't make why? I can't make it. I just can't make it.
Just can't. Right, you know the way my credit card works. I got checking the savings account. Yeah, way my Visa sets up. Yeah, we only fight in Abu Dhabi. Anybody you guys are excited for to see on this fight?
Hopefully Jeremiah Wells doesn't get fucked on again.
Super in shape though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I mean, dial it back. Have a burger, bro. Have a carb.
How about not cutting the welterweight?
Yeah, seriously.
Just fucking not cut and then just go to the middle.
He's fucking twice the size of Carlson.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Let's so Nick, that's this week, August 5th. Bridgestone Arena, Nashville, Tennessee. Going from Utah to Tennessee. So here's the thing. August 5th is a big night, and it's not only because UFC. WWE SummerSlam is this Saturday, August 5th. And also, if it's been everything. Now, you guys, this is the moment to correct me right now. But are Nate and Jake still fighting this Saturday? I was told August 5th.
Idea.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, one more week. Yep, it's gonna be August 5th.
All right.
It's like fucking one of the first things you see.
Let's give our final predictions then. We got a couple more days, less than a week. Less than a week out. For Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul in a boxing match. Who do you guys got?
I mean, I'll say this every time for every UFC or MMA fighter fighting one of these Paul brothers. I want them to win.
Yeah.
But chances are it's going to be Jake.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't think he's gonna knock out Nate, but
okay.
He's probably gonna get the decision.
I could see that. What do you say, Darnell?
I'm gonna be on twitch.tv/Evo watching Street Fighter 6 while that pay-per-view's going on. That's
Nice.
what I'm gonna be doing.
Nice. Fair
Unless
enough.
SummerSlam at the same time, then I'm just getting fucked.
Well, SummerSlam starts at 7:30.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what fucking country they're doing it in because they like to go overseas a lot now.
Nah, I think they're
starting at like 1:00.
I think they're in America for this one.
Oh yeah, they're in Detroit. So yeah.
Detroit.
Yep, starts at 8.
Well, so you have no pick of a winner on that one then? Not sure.
If it's to me, like I would have probably watched Jake fight when he fought Tommy, because it's like that's another actual boxer. Like he's not fighting another fucking MMA fighter or another celebrity or anything. It's like, all right, cool, but it's like Nate is like, bro, we know why you're there.
Well, we know why
He's there
Nate's
for
there
fun,
for
bro.
sure, but also
Like-
Nate's been he was a boxer first before anything. He's been boxing his whole life. They
Yeah, but that's how I feel about it.
I get it. I'm just
We're
saying, like
there.
it is an actual like again, compared to like a lot of these other UFC guys who maybe picked up boxing in their mixed martial arts training or learned it while striking. Nate's a natural, like again, that's his main core set. It goes boxing, then jiu-jitsu for the Diaz brothers. So, I mean, it is still makes for a good, interesting boxing match. But like we've talked about before, it's how serious Nate's going to take it, because Jake's going to go in there and take it extremely seriously. He's going to take himself and the match way too seriously. And to be honest with you, that's good. That's good for him if he wants to win. And if the fight's truly not fixed, I say that Nate takes Jake in decision. I think that if it's truly not fixed, then they go the full rounds, and by that time, I don't think Jake's cardio can keep up with Nate, and I think Nate's going to start piecing him up at some point. And you know Nate, he doesn't like to go in for the finish all the time unless the guy's extremely on skates. he's gonna just point with his boxing glove. He's gonna be like, "Got you." He's gonna make jokes. He's gonna laugh. He's gonna fucking punch himself in the face a bunch and be like, "What?" And it's what he's gonna do. He's gonna put on a little bit of a show, and but still, I could see him inching out the decision towards the later rounds, just depending. Now, the only way I see it being fixed fight is if Jake wins in decision. If Jake knocked out, it'd be fixed then too. It'd be definitely fixed if he knocked out Nate. There's been one guy in the world who knocked out and didn't even knock him out. He the fucking Nick threw in the towel.
But on the other influencer boxing, we got KSI versus Tommy Fury. That's gonna be funny.
Is it on the same card?
No, this shit's gonna be like November or some shit. But Logan Paul's finally boxing again, which is funny. So it's gonna be KSI and Logan on the same card.
I wonder who they're gonna get for Logan.
Announcing it.
Brock
Another
Lesnar.
Oh God.
Cody
That'd be
Rhodes. I'm just starting to pick WWE guys.
I mean, they could say fucking and just bring Ricochet in, which would be hilarious.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be so cool. All right, well, this upcoming Saturday, big fight week, WWE SummerSlam in Detroit, UFC at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, and of course, Nate and Jake Paul fighting boxing in Texas.
Oh yeah, it is Dallas,
Texas.
American Airlines Center.
You know Joe Rogan's gonna be there.
They were trying to, well, at least Nate was trying to get it out of Texas because my nigga was like, "Yo, I'm just trying to smoke," and they're like, "Nah,
That's crazy.
we ain't letting you smoke."
That's crazy. Well, put your bets in now. Let us know in the comments what you think of our decisions and our choices, and what you thought of the passing card, and what you think of the upcoming events. While we have you right there, don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here. Also, make sure you follow us on our social media, SuperSour JIR, on all social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitters, X, and where you can see a lot of our clips, a lot of our thoughts, opinions, updates of what we're doing throughout the weeks and events we go to. And then also follow us on twitch.tv/SuperSourGames, where you can watch us play Fortnite, Warzone, I almost said Call of Duty again, as World of Warcraft, Diablo, all kinds of games, but those are our mains. And please go follow Darnell on his social medias and Twitch, SnuggyBlanks_. That's twitch.tv/SnuggyBlanks_ and SnuggyBlanks_ for every social media he has, where you can see his Destiny clips and watch him play Destiny. And also this man, you could know everything about this man's intake, his daily intake, if you just follow his Twitter. Follow his bowel movements on there.
I will tweet completely out of context shit and just let you figure it out.
There you go. The
So
guy.
if you like puzzles,
So if you
you like word questions,
there you go. Follow this man. Ian, you know what time it is.
YouTube, they're all right.
Ian, you jumped too far ahead. It's time for some street shenanigans, boys. Let's go over some street fights. Meow, meow, meow. What? All right, boys, street shenanigans. This is our favorite segment at the end of every episode that we do, where we go over fights that we find around the world, combat sports, from down the street, from McDonald's, from Waffle House, a lot of different areas in the world. And we break down those fights, and we let you know what could have happened, what should have happened, what should not have happened, what happens when you fuck around and find out. We break this all down and bring it to you from a fan's perspective, from a people who've trained in combat sports perspective. But the main important thing to let you know, Ian, let them know.
YouTube, they're all right.
Everybody's okay.
They're fine.
Yeah, for sure. For sizzle.
Oh, shizzle.
All right, let's see. So we got a man versus a woman here, and let's see how this goes down. Okay.
Woo! Oh shit!
She's slick with it. He jumped. He was excited that he was like, "Oh, I got a good fight on my hands." Trying to take all. Bobbing and weaving with that hair too. Wow,
Why is the first thing everyone does is grab hair?
I know, right?
Did you see that guy? Hold up.
He's like, I gotta get out of here.
He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm getting out of camera.
Oh
I'm getting out. I ain't gonna get caught. She yoked him up by his shirt. She was like, She was like, come here. Ass is outside.
Judo head tossed. You got a Ronda Rousey.
Ronda
That's
Rousey.
a man.
That's what I'm saying. That's a
Jesus.
man.
No, yep.
That's
yep.
a man.
Oof.
Get off my braids, bro. All right, DC. She's got him in a bully headlock here. Oh, he's squirming, and that's really bad. She's looking a lot like Tony Ferguson right now, and he's going out. And we don't really know what Tony's trying to do here. He's squirming a bunch. It doesn't really seem like it's what you want to do to get out of this. Oh, he's pulling braids now. The ref's not gonna like that. Yeah, that was crazy. Slick with it. I forgot about that fucking weave. Oh my god. She's mean. She's mean with it. Oh, sorry. They are mean with it.
They are mean with it.
Damn. But I can't believe like it's so their stance was so good, but then they still came with the little hammer fist, the standing hammer fist. I hate that.
Well, it's because they don't know any better.
True. Winner, Fallon Fox.
Fallon Fox.
Is that Scan? Is that Scan? Remember Fallon Fox?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one. This is why you don't talk shit about the Packers.
Oh gosh.
Green Bay. Yep.
You don't talk shit about them Packers.
Jeez.
From the looks of the shirt this other bitch is wearing, looks like they had an argument about real football. Like, which one's football?
Right there. That's when I
The
knew
Dustin.
he was gonna win.
The
He
Dustin.
pulled his shorts up. I was like, oh shit.
Oh no,
It's over.
look at her face, dude. She don't care. She got the chin exposed.
Just standing in the pocket, bro.
Good exchanges. Good
Bang,
exchanges.
bang.
Walking her down, zombie-like. She don't want it. Soccer bitch don't want it. That's right. You've lost at this point, so I'm calling it soccer.
Oh, she's covering up.
She's covering up.
She's had enough.
Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Good people around, too. Stopped it immediately. Good for them. Oh, they want to go back in?
Oh, they're ready.
Round 2.
Just had to reset.
Man, I can't believe Nate and Jake already fought. It's crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a bad hit.
Cinder swinging.
Oh, they
and
just
again.
kept going.
Yeah. Come on. Soccer mom's done. You've defended the Packers well. Cheeseheads are proud. We're proud of you, honey. You come get some moose soup, and then we'll go ahead and celebrate, okay? You'll go ahead and come down to the lodge. We'll have some beers now. We got Aaron's down there waiting for you right now. You just go down there. You don't have to be in this fight no more.
He's making cheddar broccoli soup, don't you know?
Yeah.
All the hooks.
Hell yeah.
All of the wild swings.
If some players on the Green Bay Packers caught wind of this video, they would try to find this bitch and send her money for sure.
Oh yeah, they'd have to sponsor her.
Yeah, for sure. Defended football well, American football. Proud of you. And I'm proud to be an American where at least my land can fight. Yo, the masters of striking are really all around. Sometimes when like you ever see like Alex, for example, Alex Pereira. If you watch the countdown, he's hanging out with Glover. They're grilling out, and they shoot the camera over to some big, he's just like all chest and all forearm. It's just some really big dude. You could say he's overweight, but I would say like built overweight. But he's just really big and shit, like big neck. And then they say Alex is striking coach, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, but those men secretly murderers on the feet. Murderers on the feet. They're slick with it, and these are one of those guys. This guy's mad. Yeah,
Cheap shot, in my opinion.
definitely a cheap shot, but I feel like he was about to come at him.
He eliminated the third.
I like how somebody tripped up this guy.
Oh, it's over. Who's next? Yo, who's next? That's what I'd say. Yo, you gotta say who's next afterwards. Bullet from the back. I think I can explain what happened here. All the way. Yeah, so here's what happened. So the guy in the black, he's like, I just wanted a Bud Light. And then the other were like, what'd you just fucking ask for? And then, they came at him. Ah! We don't drink Bud Lights here. I just want a Bud Light. I just
I
want
like how the homie comes up.
Yeah, my
Gets
man
that
really
Trip
just hit
the
a Marvel
shit out of
two.
him.
That's
Yeah, like,
damn. I did not catch that.
legit Marvel 2 assist into a knockout, bro. Like, just goddamn.
Damn.
Well,
Combo
this is very
breaker.
one-sided. Like those two guys, were clearly friends starting some sort of altercation with these people.
For sure. Why do women always have to make it like the worst thing just happened? Oh, I mean, he's not doing too hot.
Yeah, well, in her mind, he just died.
Right. Well, grow up.
Like, well, maybe you shouldn't have been talking shit.
That's one thing I will never understand is like just don't fight around women, because once they get to screaming like that, it's like, bruh,
it makes it so much worse.
Makes it way worse.
Like, now we need to shut you the fuck up, because no one's trying to hear that right now. We just watched some motherfuckers get put on their ass, and you come in here with this band
screaming. Yeah, we're trying to get the situation going. First of all, and they never know how to attend to you properly. Dudes inherently know how to like attend to the other guys who just got knocked out properly. You know, they always know like even if you're not a fighter, somehow it's like it instinctively pops into like shake his legs, make sure you don't don't get his head off the concrete, don't fucking move him too much, lift his head up. Like these bitches will be like rocking you. They'll be like rocking you like, oh my god. And I'm like, what do you, bitch? Stop it. He's got a concussion. Stop doing that to him.
Shaking his brain around more.
Yeah, you gave him brain damage.
Yeah.
And then she's over there like slapping his face. Like,
yeah,
no, it's not what you're supposed to do.
His head and his face, like, bro.
So two things to learn here.
And then crowding him at that too.
Yeah. So two things to learn here. One, don't fucking don't ever take a fight as if it's going to be super simple. I mean, just don't rush in. Don't come in with your hands down. Don't make it easy for somebody.
Don't charge somebody like you're going to football tackle them.
Second thing to learn, leave the bitches at home. Those were some good ones. Those are some tough bitches. Oh, me and you did it in reverse.
Fuck me. God damn it.
All right, y'all. Well, that was a good episode. That was fun. Oh, and I wasn't recording the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
Looks like we're not having an episode this week.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fucking issues with the SuperSour episodes recently, so it wasn't a funny joke I just made there. I'm sorry. All right, boys, it's been real. I appreciate you as always, and it's always a fun one to hang out with you guys and talk MMA and bullshit.
It's always fun.
Always fun. Thank y'all for hanging out with us again this week, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, peace.
Remember to click that bell.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.